I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. This tweet right here has been something that has been shaking up the Colorado landscape for the last 24 hours, man, because it all started with this tweet, breaking news. DC Coach Charles Kelly is set to move on to join Auburn's coaching staff. Who will replace him? We don't know who's going to replace him. It's a lot of speculation that it's probably going to be like Ed Reed or somebody like that. I'm not seeing Ed Reed. Like I said, I think Ed Reed will be more of he's either head coach or a position coach or something like that or what have you. And, but one thing for certain, two things for sure, we know that it's going to be some NFL caliber talent that's going to be coming in to replace him. And that's because of what Coach Carl Reed has right here. He just simply said, as in response to everything, I talked to Coach Prime this morning about the defensive coordinator, Charles Kelly, moving on to Auburn, which is his alma mater. And he says, hey, this is something that they both agreed upon. Coach Prime is always for his coaches making moves that he feels are the best for them and for their family. But the defensive coordinator that's coming in, buckle up. Can't give you the name just yet because of our relationship and the trust factor that we have. But the commitment to providing an NFL atmosphere is evident with this move. And we're going to talk about all that in 1 second, man. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below. Y'all know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all, man. Check it out. Hey, hit the Reed's Tea store up. Get your Buffs shirt doing the Shedeur, man. We're gonna get these joints out this week, man. We do all the work in-house and all that. Link is down in the description. If you're interested in it, go ahead and hit that up, man. Let me say, but anyway, we just gonna get right into it, man. Money on the floor. Let's get straight to it. Good morning out there in Prime Land, man. Check it out. Listen, one thing that I saw, and it was a tweet, and I really feel like this is important and a lot of people have to pay attention to it. You got to. Boom. Everybody ain't made for that Prime staff. And the reason that I feel like he's saying that is just simply this. In a lot of ways, being an assistant on Coach Prime staff right now is a higher profile job than being the head coach at a lot of institutions. And I'm not talking about the major ones. I'm not talking about the Alabamas, the Alabamas, the USCs, the Georgias, the stuff like that. I'm saying that there are a lot of Division I football team head coaches that nobody knows who they are except for that fan base, their respective fan base. Like everybody knows Kirby Smart, everybody knows Nick Saban, everybody knows Lincoln Riley, everybody knows, Matt Rule, people, guys like those. But there are a lot. This was like 130 something Division I teams. A lot of people don't know who those head coaches are. And so when I'm saying that a lot of times you see these guys all the time. You see them on Well Off. You see them on Reach the People. You see them on just everywhere. In everywhere you see Coach Prime, you're going to see his coaches. And when they're on TV, they're going to be under scrutiny, which is crazy because a lot of times, y'all ever think sometimes like, yo, it's crazy. I'm looking at people that I've seen on Well Off Media and Reach the People Media. It feels like you know them. And then you see them on TV. You're like, hey, I know that guy. So it's like, that's how it feels sometimes. But when you're on Coach Prime staff, you're going to get all the good. You're going to get all the bad. And that's why I'm saying that in a lot of ways, this is a higher profile job than a head coaching job at some institutions. It just is what it is. Let's say Coach Sean Lewis went to San Diego State. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't watch San Diego State football. I don't know who that coach was prior to Sean Lewis getting there. So you see what I'm saying? So, but everybody knew that Sean Lewis was calling the plays for Coach Prime. So that's what I'm saying. In a lot of ways, that's a high profile job. Everybody's not built for it, and like I said, some people came in with the idea of, I'm going to use it, and maybe them and Coach Prime, they agreed and just said, hey, come on in, do this. As soon as you get an opportunity, that's fine. Move on, do what you got to do. But, just come in and get us a try first and let's see how that goes. But anyway, that ain't what we're here to talk about. What we are here to talk about is this, man. So some speculation has been who might be, the defensive coordinator. Like I said, I don't see any of these guys, Coach Prime included, as defensive coordinators. You got Ed Reed. He's either head coach or position coach. Ray Lewis the same, and we already know that Warren Sapp is going to be the defensive line coach. But hey, there's like, what if this could be the staff though? Hey, can you imagine if the Colorado defensive coaching staff looked like this one day, and it says 2 down, 2 to go. So we already got Coach Prime, we already got Warren Sapp. Could you get Ed Reed and Ray Lewis? Who knows, man? But hey, it will be an awesome thing to behold. But I don't think that like I said, none of them will be the defensive coordinator. If you're gonna get a defensive coordinator, it's probably gonna be somebody like MIKE ZIMMER or what have you. He's already been with Coach Prime. You know, he's been there since the Jackson State days. You know, hey, we already know he's defensive minded coach, what have you, and he's been there in some type of advisory role or analyst role since the beginning, man. But what we do have is, again, he tweeted this out also. He said they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here's my prediction. My prediction is not the same, but I definitely understand, because this is a great staff right here. You got Coach Prime, you got Pat Sherman as the offensive coordinator, MIKE ZIMMER as defensive coordinator, Warren Sapp as the defensive lineman coach, Phil Lowe, offensive lineman coach, Ed Reed would be the, I want to say safeties coach. He'd probably be the DBs coach or something like that, or maybe safeties coach, who knows. But one thing I will tell you, I don't believe that it's going to be anybody that's already on the staff, because like MIKE Zimmer's already there in some way, shape, form, or fashion. He's already around the program. So this is not exactly something that's going to add to or shake everything up. And like I said, I've already said, I don't think Ed Reed is going to be, I think Ed Reed is either a head coach or a position coach. I don't see him calling plays. I think he wants to be more one-on-one with his group of guys and then delegating the task. That's what I see him doing. I don't see him doing a whole lot of, you know, calling the plays and scheming. I think he will be more telling his guys how they fit into the scheme. Same thing with Warren Sapp, Coach Sapp, and all that good stuff, man. Now, one person in the comment section said something that was very interesting, and boom, it was this young man right here, Ken Norton Jr. And like I said, they played together on that 94 49ers team, where they that was one of the best defenses of all time, with Coach Prime was on there, Ken Norton Jr. I want to say Gary Plummer was on there, Dana Stubblefield was there. Was Charles Haley on that team? I want to say Charles Haley was on that team, or did he go on to, was he on that team and then he went on to the Cowboys or what have you? I don't know. I want to say Charles Haley was on that team. But anyway, you got Ken Norton Jr. with Anyway, if you know, you know. He catch interception, go to the house and beat up the goalpost, man. But anyway, and yes, his father was Ken Norton, the boxer, Ken Norton. But anyway, so this is his resume right here. Pretty extensive resume. 3-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time national champion, and a Super Bowl champion as a coach. And this is what you got right here. I mean, as a coach, USC from 2004 to 2008 as the linebackers coach, USC assistant head coach, and the linebackers coach. Seattle linebackers coach from 2010 to 2014. Oakland Raiders 2015 to 2017 defensive coordinator. So this is where he got into being defensive coordinator. Seattle again defensive coordinator from 2018 to 2021. UCLA current linebackers coach right now. So like we saw what the UCLA defense did, man. I mean, it was tough, man. There's not a bad defense at all. So like, you got somebody like him. They said, you know, obviously they got ties with the 49ers or what have you. And then I think Coach Prime it was 49ers for 1 year. Then he went on to the Cowboys and signed one of the craziest contracts for the time. It was like, what, 7 years, $35 million, and people were like, yo, that's crazy. And now the money that people make is just it pales in comparison to that, man. You know, so it is what it is. But hey, Ken Norton Jr. probably would be a good pick. Then this is another coach that's out there, Lovie Smith. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking that they're saying the coach that's coming in buckle up. And that's why I'm thinking it's going to be somebody from outside. I could be completely wrong. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be Ed Reed for the reason that I said. But hey, Lovie Smith has a coaching background, goes all the way back to 1980. You talking about 43 years of coaching. So, you know, defensive coordinator, Big Sandy, in high school, then prep, then, you know, Tulsa linebacker coach, Wisconsin linebackers coach, Arizona State, Kentucky linebackers coach, defensive backs coach in Tennessee, in 95 defensive back coach at Ohio State. Then he gets to the league, linebackers coach, St. Louis Rams defensive coordinator, then gets hired as the head coach of the Chicago Bears, there for 8 years, takes them to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, and you know, then Tampa Bay's head coach for a couple of years, Illinois head coach. Then they brought him in. It was almost an emergency thing with the Houston thing, man, but hey, you know, he was there year and a half, something like that. And then now we got DeMeco Ryans is there. So this would be somebody that I would think that would be a good fit if he wants to come in, if he wants to call plays, if that's what he wants to do. He's got college experience, he got pro experience, and so that. But last but not least, a coach that was recently in college and was recently let go, and it's somebody that they actually played. Bow, here we go, HERM EDWARDS. I think that he could be somebody that if he came in would probably really shake things up or what have you, as far as calling plays or what have you. We know he's a defensive coach. We know all of this about him. And like I said, his coaching pedigree, San Jose State, goes back to '87. San Jose State, Kansas City Chiefs defensive back coach, Tampa Bay Bucks assistant head coach, what have you, all that. Then the Jets coach, then the Kansas City Chiefs head coach from 2006, 2008, and then he went to Arizona State. He wanted to get back into coach. He was on TV for a long time, then back to coaching Arizona State from 2018 until last year, and then now he's not doing anything, and he's just kind of out there. So if he wants to coach, I could definitely see him. But these guys that are out there that I feel like, he's saying buckle up, so I'm thinking I would be thinking that it would be something by somebody that's going to be a splash. And like, again, I could be completely wrong, but I just don't think it's going to be Ed Reed. I mean, like I said, he's a position coach or a head coach. I don't see Ed Reed as a play calling coach, if that makes sense. And it's crazy because it's almost counterintuitive, because you would think that you would have to be a position coach, and then a position coach, then a coordinator, and then a coach. But it's not like that in college football. You can come make the big splash hire or what have you, and then you get your guys under, you delegate or what have you, and then you do your area of expertise, which is what a lot of people do. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Those names that I named, Ken Norton, Lovie Smith, HERM EDWARDS, I think those would be a splash. And like you said, buckle up, because I feel like they're gonna be bringing somebody in. But let me know who you think might be the next defensive coordinator for the University of Colorado, and I will holler at y'all next time. Make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below, hit me with a subscribe so I can tell y'all who it is as soon as they let us know, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Till next time, it's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.